The first thing we must say clearly, and it matters, is that I will not give you a quick test to recognize the psychopath in your life. Such tests exist online, and they are almost all worthless. The diagnosis of psychopathy is given only by a clinician trained in PCLR after a long interview and extensive evaluation of the person's history. To put the label of psychopath on someone based on a 5-minute questionnaire is an injustice and an irresponsible piece of thinking. What I can give you instead as warning signals are a few behavioral patterns that research has documented consistently. Not every difficult person has them. Not everyone who has them is a psychopath. But the presence of several, simultaneously, justifies caution. Pattern 1. Lying without pressure. Ordinary people lie when they have something to lose. The psychopath lies even when he doesn't. He lies for sport, for exercise, to keep up his practice. And the lie never betrays him on his face. He doesn't sweat, doesn't avoid the eye, doesn't rush his words. He lies with the same calm with which he tells the truth. Pattern 2. Lack of reaction to others. Suffering. We're not talking about occasional indifference. We all have bad days. We're talking about a consistent absence of inner flinch when a loved one suffers. News of illness, of loss, of tragedy, received with the calm with which you receive a weather report. Pattern 3. Interpersonal relationships are instruments, not bonds. To the psychopath, people are tools with a function. Someone useful is courted. Someone used up is abandoned without hesitation. Someone who no longer serves him no longer exists. The sudden switch from warm to cold doesn't come from anger. It comes because the instrument has worn out. Pattern 4. Superficial charm that doesn't hold under pressure. At first meetings, they seem delightful. In the long run, the charm breaks in moments of stress, letting something very cold and very calm appear underneath, and that something is no longer an ordinary human reaction. Now, what can you do if you recognize these patterns in someone close? 3 essential things. First, don't try to change them. Therapy only works if the person seeks it themselves, and psychopaths rarely do because they don't see themselves as the problem. Second, protect your boundaries clearly: financial, emotional, legal. Psychopaths don't respect boundaries unless you enforce them firmly. Third, find a specialist for yourself, not for them. You are the one who needs protective tools, because life next to a psychopath consumes reserves that otherwise don't replenish.